Okay, welcome everybody. Going to play Modern Magic Online. Moontime Dweller here. Going back with the Charbelcher deck. Okay, so didn't get any Chancellors, but I did get 2 of the 7 lands in our deck, and I got several search spells, a couple of mini fogs. I think we'll take it. I like Traverse here. Let's see, so I think I can get all 7 of my lands out pretty quickly here. Ideally, you know, if I don't run into any kind of Thoughtseize or anything like that. So we got red-green. This could be numerous things. This could be red-green Ponza. It could be Scapeshift. Yeah, it could be a bunch of things. Well, we'll just play Charbelcher here and move right along with our day. I mean, this could be something like 8-whack. This looks actually like Scapeshift. They played their own Charbelcher. Okay, so what I need to do here is actually get the value out of the card correctly. So we go with that. Caravan Vigil. Go get the forest. Oh, I have to choose. Well, of course I'll put it on the battlefield. And then I get to play Nissa's Pilgrimage and go find the other lands. Eat your heart out, Scapeshift ramp deck. I have 7 forests out on turn 3. Well, 6 forests, sorry. Got a little ahead of myself there. So this is where we would love, love, love to just rip Goblin Charbelcher right here. Right off the top of the library. Just get that Goblin Charbelcher one time. Oh my god. Oh my god. We just got so lucky. So that's going to be the end of that one, folks. Goblin Charbelcher gets game 1 over Scapeshift. Wowza. Okay, so that was a fantastically lucky draw. I can't, I mean, that's just, there's like a 1% chance of getting that. Not really. If I actually did the math, I think it would, I don't know what it would be, but it would be more than 1%. But it was pretty low. Oh, wow. That was pretty incredible. So this is not Summer Bloom. Or Titan Amulet Bloom, whatever it is. This looks like just straight up Scapeshift. So I think just ley lines are really going to be the only thing. I can cut Dismembers. They don't have very many creatures. And I can probably cut the Fogs also. They don't really do much combat damage unless they play, I guess, like Primeval Titan. And I think for that reason I'll keep the 3 Haze of Pollens in there. Let's see, thinking about what they would sideboard in. They might bring in like a Stony Silence. I don't know if they have white in their deck. Sometimes they do. Sometimes Scapeshift players play white and sometimes they play blue. But sometimes they just go straight green-red. I think just to be safe, I'm going to bring in the 2 Nature's Claims. And I will probably keep the Heroic Interventions in there. So the idea here is maybe to sideboard the Worm Coil engines and bring in the Gaia's Revenges. And maybe cut down to 2 Haze of Pollens. Or keep that 3rd Haze of Pollen and cut this Recross the Paths. That's probably better to do. Okay. Sometimes I have a problem with over sideboarding for certain matches. You know, if I get scared of, you know, different combos and different creatures and stuff, and maybe even their sideboard stuff. So you don't want to get too apprehensive about what they're playing, especially if you win game 1. It's not like you can give up game 2, but you do have a little bit of wiggle room, and you know, you don't want to be going too crazy. So as far as this hand goes, got a Charbelcher in the opening hand and a bunch of 1-drops. None of them are search spells. These are actually going to be, you know, I kind of need to hope that I get lands off of them or something that I can deal with. Or, you know, let's see. Well, I'll just keep it. Have a little faith in the deck. So they got Valakut. I probably should have mulligan down to a Leyline, possibly. I think I'm just going to get the land here. So what I am going to do is look out for Leyline, and I'm going to play Utopia Sprawl, and I'm going to name white. So that hopefully, maybe if I do see a Leyline, I can just cast it. Lightning Bolt. Alright. 3 Utopia Sprawls it is. I'll name white here. Maybe I should have done green on one and then the sprawl and, you know, name white on the next one. I'm actually fine with that. Kind of slows us down a turn, but if we do draw a Leyline here, we'll be golden. Got an Ancient Stirrings here. Ooh, and I whiffed. No colorless cards at all. Woof. Alright, well, I'll just play this sprawl on this land and name green, and then I can just cast Charbelcher and hope things work out. Only have 3 lands on the board, but hey, you know, might need to activate the Charbelcher twice, but you know, or even 3 or 4 times. I've had to do that in some matches. Just gotta eke the win out, you know, however you can. So they got Witchbane Orb. Okay. That gives them hexproof. Exactly why we brought Nature's Claim in. I didn't even think about that card specifically, but hey, it works. So we have 3, 5, we have 6 mana total. Ancient Stirrings gets us a land out of our deck. That's fantastic. We will use Nature's Claim on the Witchbane Orb. And proceed to go to town with the Charbelcher. Oh, got him to 5 on the 1 activation. So here, when you don't get them down to, you know, a winning number, what you want to do is keep the forest in your sights here, and you click every other card to go on the bottom of your library until you get to the forest, and you make sure the forest is on the bottom, just in case, because especially in this situation, I'm not going to be searching my library again, potentially, and most likely, even if I do draw a card that searches my library, I probably won't even do it. I'll probably just activate the Charbelcher again, and that way this has, you know, you have a guaranteed land on the bottom. So that's almost like you have another one in play, you know? So we technically pretty much have 5 in play. So Charbelcher again. And we got him. Alright, so that's the end of that match. I'm pretty sure that was Scapeshift. We saw Valakut, and we saw, you know, a lot of other spells that were kind of indicative of that deck. But it seemed like kind of like a budget version, and maybe it could have been a novice player. I'm not really sure. But regardless, we got our 30 tickets, or 30 play points, and won twice. That was super fun. I'm so glad I got to show off, you know, how good this deck can be sometimes. You know, it's difficult, you know, because you never know what you're going to get. And, you know, I've won a lot of good matches against high-level decks, but maybe not high-level players and maybe not ideal draws. So you never really know. Like when you beat Affinity, you just never really know if it was because you got lucky and you got the Fracturing Gust, or if they got a bad hand, or if it was just a combination of both, or if they were just not a good player. Whatever it was, it's always a perfect storm of different things, luck and variance and all of those things that I mentioned beforehand. But regardless, it's a fun match. Beat up a pretty strong deck, pretty popular deck, and had fun doing it. Thanks for joining me, folks. Hope you have a good one, and I will see you later in the next video.